Ask and you shall receive. Hey guys, as you can tell, today we're going to be discussing Girlset's comeback with Tweak. But before we get into it, I have to take a minute to say thank you. Feel free to skip this part if you want. I know my intro last time annoyed some, but for those who are here, I truly am speechless. If you saw my community post or my previous upload, my Pinky Up video was wildly more successful than I could have ever imagined. In just 24 hours, it became my most viewed video ever, beating out my Internet Girl commentary. Now, the video is sitting at well over 140,000 views. That's insane! So to everyone that watched, commented, liked, and subscribed from that video, thank you. This is just another step in being able to live my dream of making videos you guys enjoy. Speaking of which, I asked in that video if you guys were interested in me covering Girlset's Tweak, and a lot of you said yes, so here we are. In that same vein, you guys also said you wanted me to talk about Katseye's Coachella performance, so that video is coming next. I was just waiting for them to do Weekend 2 so I could talk about both. But enough of my ramblings, let's get on with the video. About a month and a half ago, Girlset put out their single, Tweak, marking their second release of a similar flavor. This time sampling Weak by SWV, solidifying, in my opinion, their new R&B direction. The song itself is about setting boundaries and standing their ground against a toxic partner or stupid boy who's draining them. The song highlights the need to reevaluate relationships and stop letting someone push your limits, something thematically in line with their previous single, Little Miss. From what I gather, the single has been met with a lot of praise for their vocals, the styling, and importantly, the budget. After Commas, we've been able to see that JYP is actually investing in these girls, not just in the music video sets and outfits, but also training and development. From their days on A2K, their vocal improvement is something that's really stood out to me. Could it be they're just more comfortable with their skills, or they feel more at home in the genre? I don't know for sure, but what I do know is that they're glowing. Talking a bit about the music video, I love it. The settings, the wardrobe, it all looks so glamorous. And can we talk about the girls? They look gorgeous. Hands down, my favorite scene and look has to be the beauty salon. They all look amazing, but Camila looks straight out of a 2000s telenovela. The rollers, the corsets, it all just helps sell the fantasy, and wow do they eat this up. I also do want to mention a few critiques, some of mine and others that I've seen online. Personally, I feel the song is really short. Each release has been a few seconds longer than the last, but this one is just shy of 2 minutes and 30 seconds. To the song's credit, it doesn't feel as short as others do because it fully completes the traditional pop song structure. Verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, final chorus. So even though I do wish it were longer for selfish reasons, I also understand it does meet the mark from a structural standpoint. Maybe a longer intro or having a fade outro could expand that Y2K feeling they have going on, but overall it's still pretty solid. One thing I have seen mentioned online are numerous comparisons to Katseye. Unfortunately, those are inevitable, but more specifically, I've seen people comment on the similarities between the bus scene here and the one in Gnarly, complete with one of the girls driving. Honestly, I can see why people drew that conclusion because they are pretty similar. In Katseye's, the girls are just dancing and doing product placement. I fear that's become their staple. But in Girlset's, Camila and Kendall are DJing. Whether that's different enough is up to you. I like both scenes personally, but I can't wholeheartedly say that Gnarly wasn't on the vision board, but who knows. Keeping on theme with the Katseye comparisons, if you check the comments on the Tweak music video, you'll find a few talking about needing a cleanse after listening to Pinky Up, and also about Girlset needing more hype and attention because of their quote-unquote superior music. Now, I'm not here to start a fandom war because I already voiced my opinion on Pinky Up. If you somehow haven't seen it, I'll link it in the iCard. But I do have to agree that, at least in my opinion, these two Girlset songs are of higher quality than Katseye's last few releases, both lyrically and sonically. Again, that's my opinion, but I prefer more R&B, Y2K smoother music, so automatically Girlset would have been more up my alley. but I also can't lie and say that it isn't refreshing to hear lyrics that aren't super nonsensical or engineered for virality. The girls here are just fed up with this stupid boy and they made a banger out of it. And honestly, I do think that even though it's a positive for me, I feel it might actually be hurting them a little bit. What do I mean? For Tweak, there isn't something super quotable or TikTokable about it, which in my books is a strength. Not everything should be manufactured for social media, but at the same time, with Little Miss, the chorus got stuck in your head. Then the ending choreo went viral for the circle formation. Styling and the general polish and maturity made it stand out. Tweak is still all of those things. Polished, more mature, but it doesn't have that one thing to really grab non-fans' attention. I have seen an abundance of edits using clips from this music video, but it could also just be my algorithm. Speaking of which, I've also seen people praising Girlset for not being overly sexual like Katseye, and I also can't help but agree. The only song that has slightly questionable choreo would be the chorus of Little Miss, but even then, I think it's a stretch. It's safe to say these girls aren't shaking ass in the parking lot. Continuing in that same vein, some of the outfits in the Tweak video are on the skimpier side, but unfortunately that's become pretty standard. It's not as bad as some other groups who are performing in basically their underwear. We'll talk about that in the next video. But still, these girls are young. The oldest members aren't even 21 yet. That's not to say they don't look gorgeous and beautiful, because they do. I just hope they feel comfortable and that they have some sort of say in what they wear, because in the current climate, there are a lot of weirdos who watch and have tools at their disposal to do disgusting things. Mini rant over. In general, I think Tweak is a step in the right direction. I didn't even mention the Spanish version, but it really feels like JYP is investing in these girls and setting them up for success. Given how similar the single covers for both Little Miss and Tweak are, I'm hoping this means they're a part of a larger project. Selfishly, I'd love if they come out with a studio album. The girls have the voice, the look, everything they need to support a full body of work. Plus, they already have a few songs. You could put Little Miss and the Misdemeanor remix, Tweak and the Spanish version, and if you want to throw in commas, sure. I hope they don't, but they could. So then, you already have 5 tracks. You could add 6 or 7 more and have it be a truly monumental debut for these girls. The demand for good girl group music is out there. If JYP play their cards right, they could truly hit the jackpot. Considering how popular and lasting the Y2K nostalgia kick has been, these girls are at the right place at the right time. Being a little pessimistic, if they follow in their main competitor's footsteps, what's likely to come is a mini album with 5 to 6 songs containing their singles up to this point. If that does happen, I won't be too upset since it is the safer option, but I still can't help but wish for something bigger and better to set them apart. Especially now with everything going on with Katseye, the lane for Girlset is literally clearing itself for them. If they can meet the demand and continue giving us great music, they could be the next big thing. Speaking of which, I wanted to also touch on some things I think Girlset could learn from Katseye. Starting off with just general exposure, part of the reason I feel the general public is as outraged about the Manon situation as they are is because the girls were everywhere. Gap, Matrix, Glossier, Laneige, and so many more are just some examples of brand endorsements the girls have done. You can say a lot about Hybex Geffen, but they've made sure to push these girls in front of people's eyes. In that sense, I think JYP should try doing something similar. I don't think it should be bar for bar, oh, they did a Jean ad with Gap, let's do one with Guess. More so, finding products and brands that align with the girls, but also with their target audience. Makeup and clothes will always be a safe bet, and you could also do some international brands if they wanted to broaden their scope. But in general, doing something to get the girls in front of more people. Maybe going back on Genius, Zach Zhang, or something like that to get their name out there. Another thing I think they could do similarly are festival performances. Ficha was originally set to perform at Lollapalooza, but cancelled. If Girlset put out an album, they could definitely perform at Lala or Coachella. Again, continuing the theme of really presenting the girls to a broader audience. They already have a pretty solid musical identity with just 2 songs, so the foundation is there. The girls are mostly American and Canadian of all different ethnicities, so they're already diverse amongst the members. So the other thing I feel they could follow in Katseye's footsteps on is having a doll collab. But instead of Monster High, Bratz. Think about it. They could do their take on the core 4, Their music already aligns with the Bratz brand, plus the resurgence in popularity of the dolls could help solidify Girlset in the hearts and minds of younger girls. Just imagine a Bratz line with the outfits from this video. That would be so gorgeous. Even though I've never owned one, Bratz commercials stuck with me from childhood, so I feel this could be a natural brand integration for them. They already did it for Halloween last year. We have evidence that it could work. I mean, come on now, look at this. It's just up to JYP to make it an official brand collaboration. But again, I want them to do something that feels genuine to the members and their age. So if they can nail down a promotional strategy that feels authentic and attention-grabbing, I have no doubt in my mind that the girls can keep the momentum going. And I really hope that JYP continues being as intentional as it seems they've been with these past few releases. And hopefully, they're taking notes from the way everything seems to be going over in Katseye world. Shock marketing can be good, but consumers will get burnt out if it's the only thing you rely on. So whatever they have in store for us, I'm super excited. If you can't tell, I've become a big fan of these girls, and hopefully the general public can become fans of them too. I feel the stars are aligning, and if they come out with a full album, we'll already have something to dig into and hold us over while they prepare their next era. The girl group renaissance is upon us. Now it's up to Girlset to step into their greatness. But that's all I have for today. Thank you guys for making it this far. I can't wait to see what the girls have for us in the next coming months. Whatever it is, I'll definitely be here to talk about it. Speaking of which, I have a few videos that I want to put out. One of them is the NCT JNJM video I said was coming. The script was started, but I paused for the Pinky Up video and kind of shelved it for this one, but I am excited to revisit it. Besides that, I want to talk about Yuna's solo debut, Dayoung's comeback, Irene, Kepler. There's so much to discuss. So if those interest you, please stick around because I hope to cover those in the upcoming weeks. So officially, thank you guys so very much for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Click that bell icon so you're notified every time I post a video. Tell me in the comments down below, are you excited for Girlset's future? And what kind of sound are you hoping they explore next? Remember that I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!